Okay, y'all, good morning, good morning. So I had a couple guys ask me about the hat that I got. It's called a Tilley hat. Tilley. And let me see if I can get y'all. This is the Airflow. I don't know what they cost, but they got a website. I don't think they're very cheap though. I want to say this one right here is probably about $90 or $100, man. So it's expensive, man. But everything's expensive these days, right? So I appreciate the comments on the video yesterday, y'all. You know, it's a grind out here, and I'll say it every single freaking day. The grind is freaking real, for sure. Yesterday, y'all saw me run the Bobcat. So I ran the Bobcat for about probably about 3.5 hours over there. Yeah, and it looks a lot better than it did. And there's a lot more we're going to be doing over there, but I just kind of wanted to button up, you know, what I was doing over there. And I want to make it where we can put a lawnmower in that area. And that's going to be a challenge, man. So, yeah. But y'all know how it go, man. We getting to the end of August, and thank God. It's supposed to be, I think today's going to be like 98 degrees or something. So I'm trying to get an early start, but we're not. Why are we not getting an early start, Ray? Because my guy don't have a ride. My guy texted me at about 7:15 and said that the earliest he could get here is 8:30, 8:45. You know, with the lift or whatever. So, yeah, what they do in their off time affects me. Because see, now I'm finding myself getting started an hour later than normal, and I don't really like doing that. I like to get started at you know, at a decent time, man. You know, and no word on Francisco. I do gotta say, even though Francisco is, you know, down in Mexico, you know, on some personal stuff, whatever, I do gotta say, man, I feel a certain type of way about how all that went down, man. You know, so I'm not, I don't know, man. It's just not a good spot to be in if you're me, man. You know. But what can I say, man? It's like, well, I gotta carry on, man. You know, I can't stop. I can't, you know, waller around too deep about it. So I texted one of the customers last night. You know, that's what I usually do in the evening time. I'll text the customer and say, hey, you know, you're on the schedule tomorrow. Just a quick text, you know. And I rarely call the customers. None of them want me to, you know. So or somebody comes and you need to call the customers. No, I just text them, man. Everybody texts. Everybody, all my customers love text. Even the little old ladies. I got like one or two that don't text. Well, they probably text. They just don't text with me, and I could probably make them do that if I wanted to. But most, you know, 98% I do text messages with. So yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, but us getting started, you know, 45 minutes late in the heat, man, is just, and we got some stuff to do today that we don't normally do. Like, for instance, we're going to be doing one property that you know, the property I looked at yesterday with the big building in the back and down in the back and all that. We're going to hit that real quick today. So yeah. So in theory today, I don't really need two vehicles. The logistics of everything would make it where I could have actually went and picked my guy up today, but I didn't want to do that because then tomorrow I would have to go do the same thing. Tomorrow's we're all on the opposite side. Like I've told many guys before, you know, on the videos that I do, when I come up to come out of my neighborhood, I can either go left or I can go right on Highway 16. You know, right's going to take me south. Well, right's going to take me southeast, and left is going to take me southwest. So we're on the southwest side today, but tomorrow we're going to be on the southeast side. Zach lives on the southwest side. You know, when I come out, I take a left. And that usually determines the routing right there. Because if I go that way, it's a whole nother city. If I go that way, it's a whole nother city. So tomorrow we're going to be all down on the east side. Today it's west side. Zach lives on the west side, but I had to have Zach get a ride here today, because what we got to do, you know, is we're going to take the rig, the car and rig, and my truck. They're working on my truck, my other truck, but I may end up buying a truck in the off season. I just can't. I ain't gonna do it right now. I could go sign my name and get a new truck. Not a new truck. Well, I probably could if I wanted to, but I don't want a new truck. They're too expensive. But the Kia has been a lifesaver. We've been running that Kia for the last about 5 weeks, and it's been great. It's great on gas too. Oh my God, great on gas. So it is what it is, man. Okay, y'all, one down, and about 6 or 7. So that one right there is a 60. What is it? Yeah, it's a 60. Yeah, it's a 60 when I spray at 70. So it's a 60, and we did it in, you know, 15 minutes, man. I mean, I'd hate to have to walk a mile or a mile and a half or whatever before I come to work every day. That would suck. In this heat, man, I mean, hopefully when he gets his car fixed, and we don't even know what it's gonna cost, so hopefully when he gets his car fixed, he'll be thinking twice before he runs all up in town. If something like this happens again, he's gonna be, you know, in dyers, because we're going into the winter, man. I certainly ain't gonna be trying to generate a bunch of work and everything if he's gonna run the streets at night and get all hung up, you know. So he's hung up right now, but he's doing good, you know. He's on point, man, because he has to be, because he can't go nowhere at night. So he's at home. You know, sometimes it, you know, he's getting up early, he's damn alert on the jobs. I mean, yeah, that's what happens when you get sleep. And you know, you can't let a car or money change, you know, the basic things about you, right? Money doesn't really change me. I mean, if I was a millionaire, I don't know that I'd be out here cutting grass, but I'd be doing something every day. I wouldn't be sitting on the couch, you know. So this next one we're doing, this $100 one, and it don't take long at all. 10 o'clock, we got 3 done, so that's going to cover those 3 will cover all my expenses today, everything. And it's 10 o'clock right now, so everything else we make today is well, if it ain't profit, it's really close. And that's fuel and everything, so we're doing good, you know. So I got a meeting with the it'll be real quick, with the folks up here about all the properties that I do for my commercial customer. I'm gonna send Zach. I'm just gonna send Zach on, man. Because I ain't gonna have him waiting on me, because I might be in there 30 minutes. He needs to go on and do the next one. So let me call him and tell him that real quick. Might be going. You never know, man. They want to meet with me, man. They might be wanting to fire me or something, or want me to, you know. They got so many properties they got me doing that I think they would just want to kind of touch base on expectations and all, because they just added 2 more properties onto it. Oh, they done moved Zach's car. They might have done got started on it. They might be wanting to do a lot more detailed stuff. See, when I first started doing all these properties for them, we were just hitting the lawn, but they don't mind paying. So they might want to start, now that we got so many of them, they're probably going to want to start doing everything on a hardcore schedule like the bushes and mulch and spray and everything. Up to now, I'm just cutting the grass and, you know, weed eating and edging. And we do the bushes, you know, but it's really never, you know, the bushes that they have on these properties are not bad. So let me go in here and see what she's talking about. And yeah, I don't really know, you know, what she's saying. So okay, guys, so I met with her. It's all good, all good. We got another property. She also wants to clean up the back of this property over here. We're going to start out by spraying, but I got to do that over the weekend. Another reason why I work on the weekends. This weekend coming up is the weekend that we're over here in this area, you know, and we're doing this property and all the ones right here. So I'll go in the back gate this weekend while we're working, and I will spray, and I'll probably make upwards of $400 on that. So on that one thing, and it'll probably cost me, you know, an hour of my time and maybe $20 in spray. Plus, we'll get the yard done, all the big yards done as well. So, and we got we got some other stuff that she wants to get with me on too. So it was all great meeting. And they added more properties, man. They got 2 more properties, and they got another one that's coming down the pipe too. So, I mean, you could just about, you know, if you got enough, you know, properties from one customer, you can really minimize your customers. I'm just saying, man. See, if I hadn't sent Zach on, then he would have been sitting in the truck there waiting on me for 25 minutes. So I ain't doing that. So that's another reason why I like having the other vehicle out here. And we ain't even done the hardest job yet. I don't normally I do the hard stuff first, but this particular way, the location and all, we're gonna do all the yards to get all of them done. And then if we, you know, we're gonna do the one that I looked at yesterday. So we're definitely gonna do that today. So we're getting on down the list. Zach ought to be at a point on this one over here where it's about, I mean, yeah. So, and I texted this lady last night, and she returned a text this morning. Okay, and I texted her at like 7 o'clock last night, and she didn't text me back until this morning, talking about, can y'all trim the bushes? No, because I already done factored in the time, so I told her I could do it in 2 weeks. She says, okay, that's fine. And in 2 weeks, maybe it'll be a little cooler, and we won't have, you know, all this other stuff to do. But I'm not gonna do that tree job up there. Not the only way I'm gonna do that tree job this other lady keep calling me about, she wants it done now. And I get it, everybody wants gratification, but I wouldn't be, even if I wouldn't be able to get to that job for 2 weeks. And that would be at the earliest. And I'd really rather not, man. She I guess she thinks I'm sitting on Granny's couch waiting on somebody to call me about some work. I don't need to work that bad. And you know, I got a plan for that. And it's gotta be worthy of what, you know, of what I'm gonna charge. I ain't taking the man lift nowhere for less than $500. So, well, the man lift might just sit in the damn shed. Well, that's where it'll sit, then. It's perfectly fine. It's electric. Ain't got to worry about no gas sitting in the carburetor or nothing. And it's ready to go. Greased up, ready to go. But the man lift's really for tree trimming and whatever I can make money on. I guess it really doesn't have a designated purpose. But that's what I bought it for. And the man lift is a unique piece of equipment. It ain't like a lawnmower where everybody's got one. The man lift is, well, they cost like $420 a day to rent one, and you got to go get it and everything. So I'm at $500 a day. If I do, my minimum for the man lift is $500, and a lot of jobs fall under that, no matter how long I'm there, you know. All right, y'all. So I filled up all 3 mowers, and put 50 in this truck, and put 40 in the other truck. $173 in fuel, y'all. I got $110 in fuel in 3 lawnmowers. Yeah, that'll last us longer than a day, but yeah, man. Well, Zach's doing great today, man. Great. Really is. He's on top of his own point, man. He ain't making bonehead moves, man. You know, because he's had sleep and stuff. And, you know, having a vehicle, man, ain't worth a damn if you don't have good self-discipline, man. You know. See, if he were working like this, right, like he's been working the last 2 or 3 days, if he worked like this all summer, we'd have a lot more work. Because I would have been done got us more work. See. Now, if you ask him, he'll probably say, well, I'm working the same, but he's not. I mean, you know, it's obvious to me. So, all right, y'all. So the car's fixed, man. $900, man. Oh my God. $900, man. Take him forever. It ain't gonna be no $50 a week to pay me back, man. See, that's a little too deep for me, man. I don't like being that deep, man. You know. He's gonna be broke. Because I'm going to be wanting to get that money back in. I'm going to be wanting about $200 a week, man. I'm not going to... See, last time he owed me about $150, $200, and I'll let him pay me back $50 a week. But I ain't doing no $50 a week on $900, man. We're going to need approximately $200 every week. And if that's wrong, then that's wrong. It ain't my fault. That's what you get when you run it, when you know. And where if you're me, what you got to be thinking about when you do stuff like this as the boss, well, it probably ain't the best thing to do, really, to be honest. You know, it's probably better, yeah. Because at the end of the day, that means a couple things. That means, well, if he goes out and does something stupid with the car and wrecks it again or something, you know, and he owes me, and then he's going to owe me money. Then you don't have a ride, and he owes me money, and he ain't going to want to pay it if he ain't got no car. See, so I'm going to want to get my money back. He ain't going to have a lot of money left. He's going to have to figure something out. You know, and that's the tale of the tape. You see how their off the field issues cost me? That's another thing. Well, Ray, you didn't have to do that. Well, if I didn't do it, then he would have never got the car back. See, last week he ain't done nothing with his money. He got his whole check. He ain't done nothing toward the car. I don't like it, man. I'll be honest, man. I ain't saying I don't like Zach or none of that shit, but I don't like diving in like that, man. If it was $400 or $500, that'd be different. But, and I ain't saying the mechanic, they could replace the whole freaking strut and everything, the whole freaking assembly there. They had to. It was all cockeyed. He showed it to us. He was like, man, see, it's a precarious time while he owes me that money, man. I'll do it. I don't know if every boss does that kind of thing. But, again, his off the field issues and what he does when he ain't working ain't none of my business. Well, I just spent $960 something. So yeah, ain't good. And he needs a battery too. So tomorrow it'll be it won't start because he don't have a battery. you know, I don't know, man. You know, $900 ain't gonna make or break me, but I ain't got it like that to give away, man. And I'm gonna want to see if you take too much out of his check, then he can't run, he can't live. Then he ain't gonna want to come to work because he ain't making nothing. I know how these guys think, man. I've had way too many of them out here with me, and they think that's how they think. I hope he really appreciates this, man, because I'm very uncomfortable doing it. Man, 96 degrees, man, and there ain't no shade over here, so I'm not gonna want to. I'm not gonna get too much footage, man. So the mowing part's gonna be pretty easy. Let me get these hedge trimmers primed up and ready to go. Oh my God, y'all. Crazy, man. It's crazy hot out here. Man, it's ugly, man. So, yeah, we got everything on the list done, but that was a grind today, man, for sure. It's 3:30. I mean, you know, I don't mind working later if I have to, if it makes sense. But I ain't gonna drive all over town trying to make extra money. Not when I can stay on the route and make pretty good. But yeah, we got drag today for sure. You know, but we took care of a lot of stuff, man. We got his car fixed. That don't happen without Ray Ray. It don't, and I ain't expecting, you know, a bunch of kudos and stuff. I'm just stating a fact to the haters that telling me that I ain't got no business in his business. Without me, that car is still sitting at Sarah's house. The only reason that car got fixed is because I was proactive in making it happen. And Zach will pay me back, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's going to pay for it. I just want him to be careful with you know, with what spots he puts the car in, man. The car is his moneymaker. That shit all over me. I don't like doing cleanups, man. I'll do it, but I don't like to. Well, I guess at the end of the day, you know, I mean, as long as I'm getting paid good, I'll do cleanups. But I'm more likely to do them if I know they're going to turn into a regular property. And that's what that one's going to be. It's going to be a regular property of ours. It's going to be an 80 over there. So, and it's right in the wheelhouse of another route. Love it. Check. Just gonna check right off to that. Yeah, that'll be one. And that yard's so sweet right there, y'all, that I could do it solo pretty easy. You know, once I get it in order. It wasn't perfect today, but you know, we got done. But it done got so hot out here. Just to kind of show y'all. Y'all see that? That clock ain't wrong, and that temperature ain't wrong. It's dangerous out here for real, y'all. Dangerous. In the 99 degree, 100 degree heat, that means it's probably 120 real feel. Get all this dust off. I got dust crudted on my eyes and everything. Yeah. I mean, and I don't mind doing cleanups in the spring, you know, early spring when it's still cool outside. But we start getting 100 degrees. I don't want to do no cleanup, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I don't. See, usually I'm in before this time. This is the hottest part of the day, from like, you know, probably from 2 to 4. But on for real, man. On a serious note, I'm glad I'm in a spot to be able to help him out, man. And you know, it ain't all, you know, that I'm a good guy or whatever. It is self-serving too, because I need to come to work, and I don't need to be bothered by having to pick somebody up. So between that and, you know, if I didn't feel like he was going to pay me back, then I wouldn't have done it no matter what. So I'm glad to be in a spot to be able to do it. You know, I guess. Though I believe that all that is was avoidable. That's my personal take on all that there. So the HOA check didn't come again today, so he's saying it done got lost in the mail or something. I doubt that, man. I don't know. My shit don't ever get lost in the mail, dude. I get shit from Amazon all the time. I mean, now they trimming around down there at that place, and they ain't cutting checks when they're supposed to. They're not doing their jobs. Is really what it boils down to. They're not. But I feel fine. You know, I'm not falling out or nothing. You know, I'm not. I mean, I used to work a lot. I used to work really long hours out here. But I used to have a lot of burnout too when I did. I'd be burnt out, man. I'd be like just so tired that I couldn't even freaking function, man. You know, and then I'd be sore as hell the next day and all that, man. So, peace out.